All right, so the only thing I want to do is go through a couple of the problems that you might have trouble with. So I want to take a look at number 3 on page 242. So once again, this is a basic area problem, and I just want to do it to help you review. I know my formula for area is A equals pi r squared. So in order to find A, the only thing I need to plug in for this formula is r. Now, I know r is given to me in the picture. My radius is 1/2. So A is going to equal pi times 1/2 squared. Now, my next step is just to simplify this problem one step at a time. I know 1/2 has to be squared first. I can't multiply pi times 1/2 until I square this 1/2. So, in my calculator or in my head, I know that if I square 1/2, it would be the same thing as doing 1 squared over 2 squared. So, this is going to be pi times 1/4. 1/2 squared is 1/4. So, my final answer is going to be pi times 1/4. Now, I can put this in 2 different forms. If I want to leave this in exact form, I wouldn't mind saying pi over 4. It's multiplying and a fraction. I multiply straight across. Pi times 1, and then the imaginary 1 over here times the 4. Or, I can put this in approximate form, put this in decimal form. In my calculator, I can do pi times 1/4. And then I would get something close to 0.79. Most importantly, I need to put my units on there. I can't just leave it as 0.79. This has to be 0.79 square yards. 0.79 square yards, because anytime we're talking about area, my units have to be square. So, after that review for number 3, let's take a look at question number 4. Let's take a look at question number 4. So, this time they tell us the area, they want us to find the radius. This is not tough. The only thing we have to do is set up our equation, but make sure we're careful with what we plug in for each variable. So, the area equals pi r squared, as always. Now, here's the thing. We don't know the radius. That's what we're trying to find. So we can't plug in 58 for r. What do they tell us is 58 square inches? You know, that's the area. So instead of saying A equals pi r squared, I can say 58 equals pi r squared. And so, at this point, I just want to solve for r. Right now, this r squared is being multiplied by pi. So, I have to use the inverse operation. I have to divide by pi on both sides. When I divide by pi over here, these cancel because pi divided by pi is going to be 1. So we can say those cancel out. And so I have 58 over pi on this side. My last step. 58 over pi is going to be equal to r squared. Now, to make this easier for our calculator, let's go ahead and put that 58 over pi, let's put that into approximate form. Let's put that in decimal form. In your calculator, pick them up and do 58 divided by, press the pi button. And if you don't have the pi button, you can do 58 divided by 3.14, because pi is about 3.14. And so instead of saying 58 over pi, I'm going to say 18.46 is equal to r squared. Now, this is my last step. I don't want to know what r squared is. I want to know what r is. So what do I do to get rid of that square? I'm going to take the square root of both sides. And so lastly, when I do the square root of 18.46, I get about 4.3. So I can say 4.3 is approximately equal to r. But you know what? I messed up there. Let me put my units back on this 4.3. 4.3 inches is approximately equal to R. So I hope that helped. Use that same process for 5, 6, and 7. Know that for 6 and 7, they want to know the diameter. So once you find that radius, you're going to multiply it by what to get the diameter? You're going to multiply it by 2. So I hope this helped. Get it done. Let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you on Friday. And for BD, I'll see you on Monday.